What's good everyone, it's Fizzy here. So today is going to be the last video for the year 2023, and I just want to give a massive thank you to everyone that helped the channel grow this year, from subscribing to liking to commenting. I just want to give a massive shout out to you guys. So recently I've been listening to D&D by Rema and it's inspired me a lot. So we're going to make a beat similar to it, but we're going to add our own twist to it. So first of all, we're going to start off with the drums. We're going to go to the BPM of about 112. We're going to start off with our drums. I want the drums to be very simple so that the melody can be a bit more complex. So I'm going to first start off with a kick. So I came up with this pattern here. It's a very interesting kick bounce. So after I add the kick, I'm going to increase the swing to about 30%. So next we're going to move on to the snare. I want the snares to be very simple, not too much going on. So I'm going to go to one of my favorite snares. So after adding in the snare, I'm gonna try find like maybe 2 or 3 more perks to go along with the kick and the snare. I don't want the drums to be too much. I don't want there to be 5, 6 different percussions. So I'm just gonna try find some 1 or 2 that just fit into some nice pockets. So I just finished up with the drums. So I have a snare, I have a bamboo stick, I have some bongos, I have a kick, and I added this thing called a bodhrán. And it plays an interesting pattern, and this is what it sounds like. So let me give you some advice. If you have some simple drums, you're gonna need a complex melody. So you're gonna have multiple layers here and there. But if you have complex drums that there's a lot going on in the drums, then you want to have a simple melody. So it's just to make sure everything balances out. But yeah, that's some advice for you guys. So I forgot to add in a shaker. So I added this shaker from a loop pack that I have. So now we're going to move on to the melody. So I'm going to start off with an E piano. So to build a melody, to build a chord, I'm currently in the scale of B minor. So if you don't know how to get a scale, go up to View, click Scale Highlight, and then pick from any type of root note that you want and what type of scale you're looking for. So I'm currently in the scale of B minor natural. So next, how to build a chord is that you go put down your root note, you do skip note, and then you do the exact same thing for over here. So note, skip note, skip note. But I'm gonna make it a 7th, and I'm not going to explain the music theory now. I'm going to make a separate video in the New Year's about how to deal with music theory. So now that we have the main melody, I'm now going to move on to a brass, and I'm going to be using Contact, and I'm going to see what brass we can come up with. I might use something different. So I came up with this melody. I'm playing this in the staccato version, and it's just really short notes. And then after coming up with that, I then went to this long synth brass, and this is what it sounds like altogether. So next, we're gonna then move on to strings. Yo, that is cold. I'm gonna hit Alt R just to randomize the velocity slightly, as well as the panning. And then, yeah, so I like to have two violins or two string elements when I'm making a beat with strings. One is gonna be for the chorus, and then the second one is gonna be for the bridge that's gonna build up to the chorus. So now we're gonna move on to the second violin pattern. So I came up with that. I actually ended up changing to a viola instead of a violin, and I came up with that melody. So I have two more components that I'm gonna add in next. So I'm gonna add in like a filler or a thrill, just like as a passing by note. And then I think I might add in a mallet, but depending on how I feel about the beat, we might not end up adding the mallet. So I decided not to add the mallet, and I'm just gonna lastly move on to the log drums now. So after the log drums, we're gonna move on to the arrangement of the beat. So that's it for the log drum. I'm not going to play the log drum all the time. It's probably just going to be in the chorus. So now that we have all our elements that we need, we're going to now move on to the arrangement of the beat. So I've just finished arranging the beat. I have an 8-bar intro, a 16-bar verse. I then added in this here, like a little gap just for some variation that leads up nicely to the bridge and then to the chorus. And then I just duplicated that over again, adding again a small variation here just before the bridge that leads into the chorus. So yeah, again, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that watched my videos this year, that liked, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, next year we're gonna go on for better things and some bigger things. So again, I appreciate you guys, and make sure to drop a subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, peace everyone.